Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another session of live counter review using technical analysis. For today, the flow will be similar as the usual. So I'll go through the economic calendar first, then followed by the indices as well as commodities. Then some of the sectors like the US banks, FAANGM, Semicons EV. Hopefully you got time to touch a bit on the Chinese ADRs also, since they have ran up recently. And then lastly will be the most outvoted individual counters that you all have raised in the Q&A. Okay, I think for today's session, I want to make it a little bit special. So I try to make it a little bit more interactive. Instead of typing down the counters, maybe you all can write down some of your ideas that you're looking to long or short in the Q&A. Then maybe we can discuss further. Then you can learn more from each other as well. Yeah. So without further ado, I will begin. So for this week wise, there's still a lot of data that's coming in as well as the earnings. So for tonight, we have the Chicago PMI that's coming out 9:45 p.m. Later. And tomorrow we have some manufacturing PMI that's coming out. So S&P Global is coming out at 9:45. ISM is coming out at 10 p.m. You also have job openings at 10 p.m. as well. On Wednesday, we have the ADP non-farm payroll, that's at 8:15 p.m. Usual quiet entries at 10:30 p.m. Thursday, we have the usual jobless claims, 8:30 p.m. Some services PMI data that's coming out, S&P Global Services PMI, 9:45 p.m. Then the non-manufacturing PMI for ISM is coming out at 10 p.m. Then on Friday will be the key one, which is non-farm payrolls as well as unemployment rate. So a lot of employment data is coming out. Then I'll move on to the indices. So first one will be Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't really move much for the past week. It's still under this level, which is 29.6K, this support level that I broke down off, but it's still holding at this level around 29.2K. So for this week, probably still going to do the same unless we see some sort of positive crossover on MACD. Then maybe you can try to test the upwards level again. If not, likely to hold in this range. Then support is from about 20,400, this level over here to the current level, which is around 29,200. Resistance could be upward from 29.6K to about 30.4K over here. So Bitcoin for now, nothing much going on. Then I move on to Dow Jones. So Dow Jones currently, I think last week wise, the price action was largely quite flat over here. So this was the opening of last week. Then we just traded in this range over here. So I think we, for now, could have encountered a little bit of a resistance based on this uptrend channel resistance, which is acting around 30, could be acting at 35.6K level. Going further up, we also have resistance, which was a previous swing high over here at 35.8K. So for now, Dow Jones, I think in terms of upside, is a bit limited. Current support-wise, the immediate level is at 35.2K over here. So if we still hold, then we can still do some sort of a range. But if we do break lower than that, we could see some sort of a pullback for Dow Jones this week. Yeah. Then I move on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq was similar, also traded in a range over here. This was after we tapped onto the uptrend channel resistance over here. So currently we are just hanging around over here. Yeah, I think for immediate resistance wise, will be likely the top end of this range is around 14.4K to about 14.6K, which was a swing high level back in March last year. And for support wise, I think likely this week, this level around 14K will still hold the psychological level as well as the recent strong support over here, which also matches with this uptrend channel support as well. Then but however, in the case, let's say we do break, the next support level will likely be a retest of this horizontal level we broke off at 13.8K over here. So for this week, Nasdaq, I would expect nothing much as well in this, probably this range again. Then for S&P is a similar story, also traded in this range over here. Also at the quite near the channel resistance for one, and then another uptrend channel is quite near the resistance as well. So for now, probably 4,006 to about 4,630, which was a swing high in March last year, will likely be the current resistance. As for support, will likely be this swing lows around 4,530. If you do get a little bit low, maybe you can reach to 4,480 over here. Or lower is sorry, lower will be 4,460, this swing high retest over here. And so for S&P, likely I will see some sort of range trading this week as well. Then I move on to gold. Okay, gold, I think currently we are still actually just trading in the range over here. So recently the support at 1945 is still holding over here. Resistance is still at the 1985 level. But I think gold, one thing we can possibly watch out for is a possible this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Possibly it might form if the higher low over here does sustain. Yeah, so probably I think still a little bit of a consolidation taking place over here for gold. And resistance could be upwards to about 1985 to about 2015. In terms of oil is still performing quite well. So last week we broke above this 77 level. We cleared the 79 level as well over here after just 2 days of sideways trading, and then we hit another level at 81 today. So for now, I think the key resistance might be quite near, which was 81 to about 83.5. This was like a strong resistance back in December of last year to about April of this year. So quite a long period of resistance over here. If you do retest this, so I think we could encounter some sort of resistance for oil over there for some possible pullback. Then in terms of VIX wise, nothing much, still in a range over here. So I think for now, probably nothing much for the VIX. Still, the support is still around 12.8 to about 13.5 over here. Yeah, then for copper, something interesting I spotted. For those interested in copper related stocks. So I think there was a breakout of this downtrend resistance line over here, and then there's also this uptrend support line holding. So it's like a wedge pattern over here. And then interestingly, price has been testing about 3.95 over here, forming higher lows. So this could be like an ascending triangle in the making. So if you do break above 3.95, I think we could see some upside for copper in the short term, maybe to about 4.08 to about 4.1, somewhere about that. Yeah, so in terms of the bigger time frame wise, it's trading in an uptrend channel as well. So that's another bullish sign as well if you do have a breakout for copper in the near term. Okay, then I touch on some of the sectors, which I'll begin with FAANGM. So first one is metal. Okay, so metal, last week after the results, we had a gap up and then a sell down. Then following day, we had this bullish engulfing pattern over here. So for now, it's still quite bullish. Actually shows that after the results, when the sellers came in, the previous resistance over here, which is around the 314, 315 level, was able to act as a support. The next day, we just rebounded. So for now, I think in terms of resistance wise, we could test. There's some sort of resistance possibly based on this uptrend resistance line over here, which has tested about a few times over here. So if we do follow that, could find some resistance at maybe 330 over here. Then if we look back in the past, some of the other resistance levels currently is at 328 is one level. If we go further up, will be around 345, will likely be another resistance level. Yeah, so 330 and 345, something to watch out for metal. But I think for now, still looking quite bullish over here. Yeah. Then next one is Apple. For Apple, I think nothing much has changed. It's still trading in the main uptrend channel, so that has not been broken down yet. And then in terms of price action wise, is trading in this tight range over here, between about 192 to about 197, 198 over here. So I think for now, likely still gonna trade in that range. There's also results coming out for this week. Yeah. So if it heads up to the top end of the channel, the current resistance might be around 205 over here. While I think currently we are quite near the support, which is around probably 193, 194 over here. It's on the recent swing lows as well as the uptrend channel support. Then another one that's releasing results this week will be Amazon. So Amazon, I think for now, probably trading in a range. Last week we had a test of this close to this swing low, this support zone, which is around 126 to about 128 over here supported. Then we have a bounce back. Okay, so I think for now could if it continues the rebound, it could go up to test the resistance at 135, 136 over here again. So that will form like a range pattern over here for Amazon. So I think for now, a little bit of consolidation possibly before the results. Okay, then in terms of Netflix. Okay, Netflix, I think currently, I think it might do a little bit of a bounce or towards a range move. So after the results sell down, we actually hit near this swing low level, as well as this previous resistance range around 410 to about 415. Then looks like we found some support on Friday. I think currently we could do some little bit of a bounce. Maybe try to retest this support level that actually broke down of around 430. So this is one level. The next level will be around 447 over here, which is this prior resistance that didn't act as a support when we came back down after the results. So for Netflix, if this holds, likely see some range over here. Okay, then for Google. For Google, after results, it cleared this resistance zone 126, 127. Currently, it's at about 132 to 133. So looking at it's still quite bullish given that actually it cleared this swing high around 131 over here back then. So after the results, there were some sellers at this level, but from Friday you can see it close higher. So if you do form new highs, I think it could carry on its bullish momentum to try and trade higher to maybe some level. One level is at around 136, which was like a prior support and as well as a resistance zone. Then if you go higher than that, it would be 140 to take note of, which is as the next resistance level. So I think for now, Google still looks well for some maybe possible further move upwards. The next one is Microsoft. Microsoft, after result, we had a pullback. We broke below this key level, which was like a resistance and support. Then at about 342 and sell down. Then I think for now I'm looking at a little bit of a range or rebound. Given that we actually tested close to this support around 330 over here, which has two prior swing lows. Then this level is also confirmed with this uptrend support line over here as well, which actually supported it quite a few times along the way. So with that, in terms of bounce wise, we could try and test about 342, 345, this zone over here, prior support, which was broken. And next level could be around 350 over here. Yeah, so to sum up the FAANGM, I think currently might do a little bit of a range type consolidation this week. Yeah, given that looking at the index like Nasdaq, could be doing a little bit of a sideways movement as well. So that's my take. Then I'll move on to the banks, the US banks. Okay, so for XLF last week, what it did was like a sideways movement over here, just range. So for now, it's still just consolidating. Near-term resistance will still be around 36. This swing high, something to take note. And then there's another swing high which is around 36.7 level over here. So I think for now, XLF still holding pretty well. But if you do something to take note of this breakout of this downtrend resistance line, if we don't hold at this level at 35, which is this range last week, you might see a little bit of a slight pullback to try and maybe retest this breakout over here and the swing lows, which is around 34.25 over here. Yeah, then I think over here we might see some support coming. Then I'll talk about the big four US banks. Okay, JP Morgan currently, I think, currently trading a little bit of sideways. You can see, kind of broke this very short-term uptrend support line. So price started to trade sideways over here. Still trending well, given that this short-term resistance level at 155 is still holding as a support over here. So then current resistance here at 158, 159. If you break below 155, the next level we could probably see is between about 154 over here as the next support. So I think for now, JP Morgan still rather strong, might do a little bit of some of a consolidation before the next move upwards, if you carry on the bullish momentum. So the next resistance level will likely be at around 160, 161 over here, which is this previous swing high back in January back in January last year over here. Yeah. Then Citigroup, I think last week I talked about this wedge over here. Currently looks like there was it tried to break out on Thursday, but still face some resistance. Friday close this candle over here. So I could try to sideways a little bit more over here. So resistance here around 48. Support probably around 46 over here. So if you do sideways, you stay within the wedge, but if it does break out, then I think it could try to test some the resistance, short-term resistance around 49.4 to about 49.9 over here. Okay, then next up, Bank of America, after hitting this uptrend channel resistance, as well as retested a previous support 32.7 over here, price started to sideways a little bit. So for now, might be taking a little bit of a breather. If it does a deeper pullback, I think might test this 30.7 swing high over here, which was like a previous support as well, key level for some support. Also resistance wise, likely still at if you do form a range, then you still be at around 32.8 over here. Yeah. So for Bank of America, I think might lean towards more of a range or a pullback, since at this is at this level over here with some resistance. Okay, then last one is Wells Fargo. Okay, then Wells Fargo, I think a bit similar, also uptrend channel. After hitting it, started to trade sideways for now, which the 47 level has this channel resistance as previous swing high, previous support over here. So for now, I think the range would likely still hold, given that this support level at 45 is the range support over here, as well as the previous range support as well. So it's a key level to take note of. Yeah. So a little bit of a sideways consolidation, I think, expected for Wells Fargo this week. If you do punch higher to try and test the channel resistance again. Probably we will find resistance maybe 48, this swing high level over here. And so that's it for the bank. I think some sideways movement possibly expected this week as well. Okay, then I'll touch on the next one is semicons. Stocks wise, still trading in this uptrend channel, retested this swing high of around 3850s over here. So that's still quite bullish. If you do follow the channel wise, there could be some near-term resistance closer to 3,920 over here. So in terms of movement, could try to test this. Then we find resistance, we might do a little bit of a pullback. Okay, talk about NVIDIA. So for NVIDIA, I think currently last week found he tried to test this support level is around 440 previous horizontal resistance, as well as this price 445, the opening price of this gap up over here. Price was supported over here. We cleared the day high level of this candle and started to trade upwards again. So I think for this week wise, we could see try a retest of the swing high close to 480 over here, which is actually convert this channel resistance over here as well. So I think for NVIDIA, we might go out and test this level, then afterwards might do a little bit of a sideways pullback, maybe trade in a range over here. Okay. Okay, next up, AMD. AMD last week wise didn't really move on, just in a range over here. So it has been quite in a range for quite a while over here. Like the support still holding at 108. Resistance is still the resistance is at 116 is still active up. This key level prior support turn into resistance. Sorry. And then currently I think still acting as a resistance over here. I think for now maybe it just sideways while waiting for the result, which is coming soon. I think tomorrow. Yeah. So we need further price action. We need to see probably after the results for AMD. And some of the other counters, I think TSM. Okay, TSM last Monday we tested this 97 level higher resistance. Then there was a support level over here, and if there's a support again at the convergence of this downtrend channel support, a little bit of a bounce. I think if it continues this recent bounce, could try to close up this gap over here, and test this level, which is around 102, between 102 and 103, price support over here. So currently, this might act as some form of resistance up to maybe 105 over here, which is also the downtrend channel resistance. So maybe some room to go up over here if it does try to test these levels. And next up is Micron. I think Micron recently had some movements. So last week, after it broke out of this range over here and cleared, and there was quite a strong move upwards and cleared this resistance at 67.7 as well as this level at 70.2. So I think given the strength of the price action over here, I think this will act as a support over here around the 70 level. If it does backtest, then if it continues on, likely we'll go and retest this 74 level swing higher over here again for Micron. Yeah. So one of the more bullish ones for the semicon sector, like I saw for now, apart from NVIDIA. And next one, Marvell. Okay, Marvell, nothing much, still range last week, but the bullish signs are still there. At the 63 level, prior resistance still acting as a support over here. Yeah. So with that, if you do see a little bit of a bounce, again, we might try to retest some of the range upside resistance around 67 over here. And some Broadcom. Okay, Broadcom, I think might have, maybe it's time for it to choose a direction already. It's been sideways for quite a while, and then respected this uptrend support line. Also, previous resistance at 880 has acted as a support. So maybe if it's supported along this line, maybe it can show some bullish candles to try and test this 910 to about 920 level over here, then maybe try to break upwards. Yeah. So if it carry on the bullish momentum, but if it just lacks a little bit of momentum, then it might just continue its range over here. Then you expect some support at 80, 885 over here again. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. Might be interesting at the start of this week for Broadcom. Then I think last one, I'll talk about Intel as well. Intel, given that actually popped a little bit after the earnings. So Intel, the chart wise actually quite okay. So looking at the past history, when I draw these downtrend channels over here, whenever there was a breakout, price actually went up. So there was like a fresh breakout over here took place. Then price has been supported along an uptrend support line over here. And there was a nice hammer over here that closed on 3680. So which was near this swing high level. So I think for Intel, if we do continue the bullish momentum like previously over here, could see a little bit of a move upwards to try and test a level at 37.5 prior resistance and prior support. Then maybe a move outwards towards closer to 39, swing high, and then as well as this trend line resistance as well. So for Intel, maybe a move a little bit more upwards, it can sustain that bullish momentum. Okay, and I think last one, talk about some EVs. Okay, Tesla. Okay, Tesla for now, I think we might see okay, sorry. I think for now this previous resistance about 260, 260, 263, 264 over here has continued act as a sort of support over here. Whenever price tested this level, there's a bounce and it's bound. So it's a little bit trading sideways for now for Tesla. So with that, there's also, I drew this short-term downtrend resistance line. So for today, if price can try to stand firm at this 267 level and trade upwards, I think we could see maybe a bit of a bounce back to test the short-term swing high close 270, 272 over here. Then the next resistance level will likely be at 280 over here. Yeah. So for Tesla, I'm expecting sort of a range move currently for this week, since that support over here is still holding, but we're likely to see some form of resistance at 272 first and then 280. Okay, then I talk about some of the Chinese EV makers, XPeng. So XPeng very strong. We tested like a prior support already, which is 22.6. Okay, the next resistance level likely be at 25.9 over here. But given that today Hong Kong session there was like a pullback wise, if we do pullback, I think could try to test some support levels down below, which is first level could be maybe at this level, which is 20.4 prior support over here, and then recently this was a good level over here as well. So that's a short-term support. The next support will be around 18.4 over here, prior support as well. Yeah, so for XPeng and leaning more a little bit of a consolidation. Given I tested some of the some resistances over here already. Okay, then cover about Rivian next. Okay, Rivian currently I think is like trading this channel over here or wedge. Price not the price action is still pretty good. Making higher lows. Yeah. Then there's some resistance over here at 28.6 prior support over here. Then next level will be probably around 30, around close to 32 over here. There's some prior supports that could act as a resistance as well as swing high. Also for Rivian, I think price could still maintain in this channel or wedge over here. But if let's say it does break upwards, then could go on to test these levels. Yeah, still looking bullish for now. And Neo also just flew up. So cleared this 13.20 level as well as this $14 level. So I think for now, could be approaching some sort of resistance prior. There was a price support as well as a swing high over here formed at around 16.5. So that is one level to take note. Another level to take note possibly would be this downtrend resistance line over here, which has acted twice. So at this level, could be around 16.1 over here. So I think 16.1, 16.5 over here, you could see a little bit of a resistance for a new when it hits these levels. Okay, then next one, Lucid Group. Lucid, I think for now might be interesting if you are looking at one of the laggards. Price is still maintained within this downtrend resistance line. But what I see is like quite not bad price action, given that this 680 prior resistance can see once it flip into a support over here, price is still maintaining well over here. So if it, let's say you can go out to test this, it could move outwards, could possibly go and test this 8, swing high around 8 to about 830, 840 over here, this level. Then the next level will actually be at about 880 to about 9 over here. Yeah, so possibly interesting if you can go upwards for Lucid. Okay, so with that, I think I'll look through some of the counters that you have posted in the chat and then see which one you all have mentioned the most. I'll go to start by I'll go through them first. Okay, I think I see GE. Okay, let me just cover. For GE wise, it's very bullish. Broke above this trend channel over here. Price sort of sideways. Prior channel resistance 11314 acting as a support for now, and resistance at 11718. So for now, could you see a little bit of a range trade over here? Yeah, I think I need to scroll back to see what's the next resistance level possibly for GE. Okay, previously there was like this 118 level was like a previous horizontal level over here. This was like a previous resistance back in 2017 October. So might do my sideways over here for a while. Yeah, then the next level could be around 122 prior support. So I think these are some levels to watch out for. But for now, still very strong. Maybe some consolidation for now. Yeah, so first level support 114 over here. Then if you drop back down, the previous resistance where it's support 111 over here. Okay, then I see Palantir, another one. Okay, Palantir wise, I think is possibly trading in this wedge over here. So there was like a sort of a breakdown here that day, but recovered back up with this bullish candle on Friday. Then currently pre-market is about testing higher than this swing high over here already. So with that, likely we see some sort of bullish momentum coming, I think, to test this level, possibly the wedge resistance level, possibly around 19.5 over here. Okay, then when I look back, let me see the okay, there's previously some levels over here 19.2, then the next level upwards could be around 20.2. So there was some sort of support and turn resistance, and then this level was like a swing low as well. And so next level could be around 20.2 if we continue to break higher above. And so for Palantir, I think still bullish for now given the price action. Okay, then there's also questions for Pfizer. Okay, Pfizer, for now, I think still over the trend over here, still downtrend. Recently after we had a retest of these levels at 36 over here, so I will see whether it's able to hold at this level prior resistance, whether it's able to hold as a support. You can see some bullish candles start to come in to show that there's some support. Then there's a chance to go and retest this swing high over here at 37, as well as fill the gap over here at around 38. If not, likely we see maybe a range over here where it might go back down to test the supports, which is around 35, 35.4 over here. Yeah. And for Pfizer wise, I think I still see some bullish price action coming to show support. If not, I might be trading in the range over here. Then some okay, I think I'll just go through chronological order now since not much converts. Okay, first one, Nike. Even I think for Nike, currently it looks like a range over here, but it's quite yeah, I think not bad actually. If let's say this one, because this 107, 108 is like a key level prior as a resistance and act as a support. Then currently upon the recovery over here, right, it's acting as a support again. Then with the resistance cap around 110. So if this level is able to hold, I think we'll be looking more towards the upside. Where we form like a range over here. So 110 is one level, and then could go up to maybe 113 next. When we look at 107 to about 110, that's about $3 range and project upwards. Could be reaching 130, 114 this level retest over here again. So for Nike, can watch out if there's an upside. Can possibly watch out if there's an upside break over here, and this support over here still holds. Okay, then ServiceNow. Okay, so for ServiceNow, I think there was, if I'm not wrong, there was earnings last week. Yeah. There was sell down on Thursday, Friday, tried to hold with okay, let's see whether it's able to get back above this into this uptrend channel over here. If it does, then I think the uptrend could still continue. But if we see continue selling, especially if it breaks this 560 level, this level that maintained to the end of the week, then we could be looking at some downside, possibly for service now to try and maybe retest on the swing lows at 530 to 540 over here. Yeah, I think so. For now, let's see whether this week is able to enter back into the channel or it breaks down below over here. Okay, then Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase, I think healthy pullback after hitting the recent 112. Short term wise, there's one support level here, 92, which is this swing high over here. So we back tested it once. So there could be some short term support coming in at this level if it's supported. Yeah. Resistance wise, currently would likely be these levels at around 100 to 101, which is also a psychological level. I think if we fail to hold 92, the next good support level to look at is probably 84, 85 over here. You can see previous resistance twice, and then there's a breakout, then the back test before this move upwards. So this is quite a good support over here for Coinbase. Okay, then next one, Northrop Grumman. Okay, so for Northrop Grumman, I think currently nothing much. Is still mostly trading in the range over here. After the earnings last week, tested near the support level around 430, rebounded back back to this next higher support level, 442. So if this level hold, I think we might see some upside to maybe retest the resistance over here at 460 again. Yeah. So but for now, I think still mostly maintaining the range with some these key levels acting on it. Okay, next one, General Dynamics. Okay, General Dynamics, I think for now looking not bad actually. There's a breakout of this downtrend resistance line, and then after a period of a range consolidation over here, with some higher lows and higher highs being formed, we are actually trading higher. Then looks like some support coming in at this previous resistance 1718 also. So if that, I'm leaning more towards bullish for General Dynamics. Short term wise, there's possibly some resistance coming closer to 223 over here, prior range support over here. And if you can clear this level, the next level to look at would be around 230 as the next resistance level. So yeah, still looking a bit bullish for this stock. Okay, the next one is Lockheed Martin. Okay, let's look at Lockheed Martin. Okay, Lockheed Martin currently, I think, similar to one of the counters earlier, it's also trading in the range. We have some support over here, is still holding. Yep. But something to take note of is that after the result sell down over here, we had a lower high compared to this high, which was 466. We now bounced about 456 over here. Then currently at the support again. So yeah, if this holds, we could still see some sort of rebound to retest these levels. But if this is a sign of weakness, then we could see some sort of breakdown possibly if the support over here can't hold to test the lowest end of support 436, 437 over here. So for Lockheed Martin, probably in the range, but maybe just on the lookout whether it's supported. Okay, then okay, hi Bu Xiong. Next one is Unity. Yeah. Okay, Unity, I think still trading well in this uptrend channel over here. In terms of price action wise, recently there was a resistance back test $44 over here. price still bouncing upwards. With that, still looking quite bullish. With that, I think go try to retest this swing high around 50 over here again. And there's also this channel resistance upwards closer to 51 over here. Yeah. At this level, I think could see some sort of a bounce for a retest. Okay, then for C3 very range over here has been going on about 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, so support over here still 37, then resistance is at 42, 43. So let's see where it breaks upwards or downwards. If it breaks upwards, likely to do a retest to this 48 level. If it breaks downwards, then we likely see a retest closer to 30 to 31 over here. Yeah. So I think for now, still likely to trade in a range. Let me watch out for a move upwards or downwards. Okay, next one, C Limited. We see Limited, there's this wedge going on over here, but looks like price action wise not bad over here. It's been holding in the range over here, and then there was a closing at near the end of this resistance at 63.7. So with that, the pre-market is gapping up. We're going to retest this level 66 swing high over here first. Might see some sort of resistance at this level since it's the first time retest. If it goes on and carry on its bullish momentum, could see maybe price test. The next key resistance likely be at 72 around here, which is like a prior support over here that was broken. So for C, I think not bad. If it can break upwards and then if it does like a retest and this holds as a support, then might signal for more upside movement. Okay, there's a question. What's the support level for RTX as well as GEH? Okay, RTX was like, I think Raytheon, right? After the earnings, it actually gapped down quite a lot, and currently is holding in like a range over here. So okay, for support wise, I think first there's a level over here which is around 84. Sorry, is it 84.40, which is a prior resistance as well as swing low support. Then you can see over here the retest over here was like also acting as support. So this is like one level of support. The next level of support, I will take it as a swing low over here, which is on 81.3. Lower supports will probably be at this swing low closer to 79.6. Yeah. And for GEHC, I think mostly trading a range over here. So there's some support, which is Tesla over here around 7. The 76 level over here, yeah. Then lower support will actually be at around 74, 75 this level. Okay, can you do USD JPY? Yes. Dollar yen, okay. Yeah, let me try to find one chart that I have last time. It should be over here. Okay, dollar yen. Currently, I think looks to me a bit of a range over here that's going on. So price actually after above this wedge wasn't supported, came back down, then found some support, there's a double bottom currently at 138. And price is currently retesting this swing high level, which is around 140, close to 142 before this pullback over here. So over here, could see some, this could be a level of some resistance over here. Then if you see another pullback, could do see a little bit of a range formation over here. The next one, SPGI. Okay, S&P Global Inc. Okay, for S&P Global, currently it looks like this after earnings looks like a back test of some prior resistance levels. See whether it's able to act support. So I think between this 386 to about 392 would likely be the support zone over here. Previous swing highs as well as this, there's a range form over here. So if price come to this level, I think we should be able to find some support. Then maybe it bounce up. Maybe just sideways for a moment. Then resistance likely to come in at around close to 400, 402 this level over here. Okay, then Textron in. But for Textron, currently after the earnings, it tested the resistance over here at 76. So let's see whether the price is able to hold at this level. Over here, if it does, then could go on to test the next resistances at around 78 to about 79 over here. And the next one is a waste management. And for waste management, currently I think there's a possible breakdown over here, 166. After results wise, I think if we continue this bearish momentum, we could see some sort of back retest of the 160 level. This support over here was which is key horizontal, given there was a prior resistance over here as well. Yeah, then over here, then I think we could see some sort of support coming. And then next one is Tui Liu. Okay, for Tui Liu, I think currently still range, still a bit of a range pattern over here. Price managed to get back above 63 level over here. So if you do hold back this level, we'll see some sort of retest of the 69 to 70 level over here. I think, yeah. So but for now, I think much has changed, still in this range area over here. Okay, then for Teva Pharmaceuticals, I think after the breakout of this downtrend resistance line over here, price is holding, doing a build up over here. So this is actually still bullish between 8.4 to 8.7. Yeah, so if it manage to clear this resistance next level over here, 9.2 for around 9.6 over here. So still looking bullish. If the lows over here still supported and we trade higher afterwards. Okay, then flowers.com. And flowers, I think currently price is just ranging over here. Support is still holding around 7.5, 7.6. Some resistance is coming close to 8.4, this level over here. So for now, this will be the range that price is trading in. Yeah, I think probably expect that to continue. Unless you see a break of this 8.7 swing high, they might go on to test 9.2. Yeah. But now I think still kept in the range. Next one, Lam Western Holdings. But Lam Western, I think it looks like possibly broke now of like quite a long uptrend support over here. Then price retesting a prior resistance level 102 over here. So I think we could see some sort of a bounce over here at these levels. Some resistance will be this 105, 106 level over here. But this could be more bearish in the midterm since it broke down this longer term uptrend support. Okay, then next one, Auto Nation. Okay, I think currently price tested back some prior resistances. So below 157 and then at this range last time around 150, find some support. So with that, a bit similar to the previous case, could see some sort of bounce for the time being. Yeah. And some resistance might come in maybe around 166 this level over here. Okay, then there's a question on my Stellar on Semiconductor. Okay, for on Semiconductor, I think it's trading in this wedge or sort of an uptrend channel over here. So still looking bullish. Currently price retesting swing high 105 pre-market wise as a gap. There's a gap over here. Okay, looks like it's like the some new highs, I think, or possibly. Can't really see where's the next resistance. I think, yeah. Oh, currently is near this channel over here, 100, 910. Yeah, so let's see. Over here, there could be some reasons if it decides to sell down a little bit over here. Okay, hi Alan. Some question on SoFi. Okay, SoFi released results today pre-market. So only we did a retest of this $10 as well as after the pullback wise, it's still holding pretty well. 9.2 is prior resistance and support. So if you do continue to trade higher, let's see some of the other prior levels that can hit. So first up could be at this level. There was some price support over here around 11.2. Then some of the higher levels will be around from 13 to 13.5, which is this stronger resistance zone over here. And so for so far, I think currently if after the earnings continues to go upwards, then there's a chance that it's going to hit these levels. Okay, next up is Cloudflare. In Cloudflare, I think nothing much for now. Is still maintained within this downtrend channel. Over here, price sideways 65 as a support. So if you hold this 65 support, there's still a chance that maybe if it breaks over 68, there could be a retest of about this 73 level to about 76. But if the key will be whether the support over here at 65 is able to hold. If it breaks down, then we likely see some lower ends of the support around 60 to about 62, which will test these swing lows as well as the lower end of the channel support. And so for now, I think still a bit of a sideways pattern over here. Okay, then for upstart. Okay, upstart is still trending well. So price action wise last week, upon back test of prior resistance 54 over here, then we had this bullish candle coming in. So this support was retest support was valid, and then currently resistance is at 66 over here. And then recently price there was some selling tested this level 61 also held. So with that, I think more towards the bullish side. There's also this gap over here for the price to easily fill upwards. So some of the next resistance level, if you continue to move clear the 66 level, is possible retest of 72 this swing low over here. Possibly 77 if you were to fill this gap over here, some short-term levels for upstart. Okay, next one is SoFi. Lumina Technology. Okay, for Lumina, let me see. Lumina, I think, could be trading in an uptrend channel over here. Price just sideways over here for now. Some support is at around 6.7. I think if it hits again over here, could be confirming this channel support. Then some resistance wise will be around 7.3, 7.7 over here. So I think over here, if the support still holds, then could be still bullish, but maybe price would do a bounce upwards to try and retest on the higher resistance over here. Yeah, so I think still looking okay for now for Lumina. A question, so far I see TP of $10. Do you think it will proceed to hit the TP2? Yeah, I think I explained earlier, still trending well. After a result today, let's see the price action wise. If it's able to hold at 10, if it does sort of which was the recent resistance, that could possibly trade upwards to slowly maybe 11 and upwards to 13. Yeah. So I think over time there's still a chance to hit this TP. What's a good price to buy in WFC, Wells Fargo, 45 USD? Okay, Wells Fargo. Okay, I think for now, maybe, yeah, 40. For me, I'm maybe looking at maybe 40, 44.7 possibly. Yeah, around there. Which will be possibly this channel support over here, as well as this, we have this trend line support over here as well. Yeah, so somewhere maybe that level. Yeah, around here also. Okay, Disney next one. Okay, for Disney, I think something interesting, maybe looking at the longer term view, we might be in this bigger wedge over here. Then shorter term is not short. We have been holding this trend line over here upon the retest, although making lower lows. So if this is still holding, I think currently you might be trading in a range around 85 might be some support over here. And it might go on to test this 88 short-term resistance over here again. Yeah. Then yeah. So for now probably still nothing much. Probably just range trading. But if we do see somewhat, I think you see 88 trade higher than touch 90 over here, then if start to form a higher low, then there's the chance for this wedge breakout in the maybe midterm or something. Yeah, something to maybe just monitor if you're interested. Okay, Gilead Sciences. For Gilead, I think currently hit the this downtrend resistance line over here 81 price pulling put back. Some wasn't able to hold it $79 resistance and support also. Yeah, also broke below this 77 and currently is at 76. Yeah, so quite volatile counter over here. Maybe it's more of respecting towards this range over here. So with that, maybe a better support will be looking at these swing lows at 74 over here, this level. Yeah, so over here might be a better support between 73, 74, which also has this downtrend channel support over here. I think for now, that might be a little bit of a range or maybe towards the downside for now. Next one, Phase Energy. Okay, at phase, I think very long period of time this range over here. After the results, there was a gap down, but price pulling back upwards to maybe try to enter with detect this range. So over here, then price is testing these 157 levels. That could be some sort of resistance since it was price support. Yeah, then we still see some price action over here, whether it's able to hold this level and try to enter back. If not, then that it will become a turn into resistance back downwards. So some of the next support level to possibly for Enphase will probably be this next swing low, which is around 128, 129 over here. If there's some rejection over here. And the next one is American Express. Okay, American Express, I think currently is still holding in this range pattern over here. So the support is around 163, 165 prior resistance acting as support. That's still holding. So that could, if we see the support is still hold, could see a little bit of a bounce upwards to try and test the resistance at 171 short term again. If it doesn't hold, then we'll probably see a break downwards towards 158 support to go over here. Okay, hi Stella. There's a question on MHO. MH. A price, very nice trend. So over here, price is we just steadily trading higher. Let me see if there's uh, historical trend price. Okay, I think for now it's quite new highs. So with that, I think still very bullish price action. Could expect some new highs if this actually continues. Then short term support wise, there's one support around around 94.6 over here. This level that we cleared. If it let's say some sort of deeper pullback, if it comes back, then some support around this level, which is around $89-$90. A high can be question on gold, silver, and platinum. Okay, gold I covered earlier, so I'll probably go through silver, platinum. Okay, I think silver, we're looking more midterm wise, still sort of a gentle upgrade over here. See, higher highs as well as higher lows being formed. And the short term wise, looking okay as well. So previous resistance over here, $24, currently back testing and finding some support back up. So we could possibly retest this resistance at 25 in the short term, which was a prior resistance currently, prior support against the resistance over here. So maybe we can see some sort of range trading possibly for silver in the short term. Then the next one, platinum. A platinum looks like before this year wise we formed like a double top formation or triple top. Currently backtest this support in 900, close to 900 bounce, resistance 990. In this stretch, uh lower highs being formed upon this retest. So possibly if um bearish momentum continue, we could see some retest over here again of this support line over here. And hi being can comment on air liquid. Try and find the account. EIRP. Sorry, I can't seem to find the counter. Maybe you can retype in the chat box. Sorry. Meanwhile, I think let's go through other questions. Okay, maybe I'll just go through two more. I see Uber. So Uber Tech, I think currently still bullish trading in uptrend channel over here. Could retest close to this first resistance level at 48.80. So this one level, the next resistance level will be at is this level, which is around 51, around 51 60 over here. So for now, Uber still looking good. I think we're going to test this resistance at 48.80 first. Okay, very last one for today, Boeing. Looking bullish, look at this strong resistance 218 to about 222 range. Price trading higher. Over here, tested this 232 level resistance. Then over here we had this. There were some sellers trying to come in. But then on Friday actually pushed higher. So I think with that, still showing very strong bullish momentum. Next level will be this. The next test for the next test will be around 241 over here, which is currently at. So we see whether around here where some sellers come in again. Next level will be around 252 over here. Yeah. So for Boeing, I think still should be quite bullish since there was a very long period of consolidation over here. We spent about since the start of this year. So that's about 7 months, and I think that could force some sort of good bullish movement upwards for Boeing. Yeah. So I think so apologies, I can't answer all the questions in the chat. I think due to time constraints, I try my best every time. Yeah, that's all for today. Let me just share the survey link in the chat. So appreciate if you all can help me to fill out the survey form. Leave any feedback about today's session or how you all want you all prefer the future sessions to be conducted. If you all have any ideas, also you can join the Poem 3 Community on Technical Analysis 11. So if any question about TA, you can just drop your counters over there, and then I'll give some of my comments and thoughts when I see them. Yeah. So good night, everyone. Have a safe trading week ahead. Still a lot of earnings and data that's going to be coming out. So just keep a lookout whether your counters are having any earnings coming out. Yeah. So just just take note of this period. So have a good week ahead and cheers, everyone. Good nights. Yeah. See you next time.